Hi, I'm Shauna Fishhaber with VA Disability Group. Today we'll be discussing the additional state benefits available to Vermont veterans who have a 100% rating with the VA, as well as a few other benefits that veterans should be aware of. We understand that navigating all the available options can be overwhelming. We hope this information will help simplify the process and point you in the right direction to take advantage of these benefits. Visit our website where we'll have more detailed information regarding eligibility and application processes. We'll have that link in the description box below. Vermont has one state veterans home in Bennington. Eligibility is based on clinical need and setting availability. Each state establishes its own eligibility and admission criteria for its homes. In Vermont, a veteran who served at least 90 days of active duty and was honorably discharged would be eligible. Residents of Vermont have first priority. The spouse of an eligible veteran is also eligible, as well as the widow or widower of an eligible veteran and Gold Star parents. We recommend that you talk with a VA social worker near you about eligibility requirements and to create a payment plan. Vermont has 2 national cemeteries and 1 state cemetery. National burial benefits include a grave site in any of the VA national cemeteries with available space, opening and closing of the grave, perpetual care, a government headstone, marker, or medallion, a burial flag, and a presidential memorial certificate at no cost to the family. Burial benefits are available for spouses and dependents as well. Keep in mind that state cemeteries eligibility is similar to national cemeteries, but may include residency requirements. Vermont offers veterans several income tax exemptions. I will cover them briefly in this video, and we will have more information on the Vermont benefits page on our website. Military pay is exempt from Vermont income taxes for service members serving on full-time active duty when the pay is earned outside of Vermont. Up to $2,000 of military pay is tax exempt for service in the Vermont National Guard or Reserves if the service member's federal adjusted gross income is less than $50,000. Funds received through the College Loan Repayment Program are exempt from Vermont income taxes if they are included in the federal adjusted gross income. Vermont resident retired service members can receive a tax exemption on the first $10,000 of their military retired pay from Vermont income taxes if they meet certain gross income caps. Thrift Savings Plan does not withhold taxes for state or local income taxes, but it is reported annually on IRS Form 1099-R. Military disability retirement pay received as a pension, annuity, or similar allowance for personal injury or sickness resulting from active service should not be included in taxable income. Some of the payments, which are considered disability benefits, include disability compensation and pension payments for disabilities paid to veterans or their families, grants for homes designed for wheelchair living, grants for motor vehicles for veterans who lost their sight or the use of limbs, or benefits under a dependent care assistance program. DIC payments are tax-free. A surviving spouse who has an annual gross income of $50,000 or less is eligible for a tax exemption on the first $10,000 of their survivor annuity. The Vermont Veterans Assistance Fund provides a one-time payment to Vermont veterans or their families who are in a financial crisis and need help paying for a critical need, such as housing or utilities. The amount of assistance provided is up to $500. Applications are done over the phone and take about 10 minutes to complete. Vermont residency is required. Applicants need to provide detailed information on their income and expenses to apply. The Vermont National Guard's Family Support Programs offers several funds to help families who are in financial hardship, especially families in financial hardship because of a deployment. Their programs are not limited to only the Guard. They assist active duty and reserve families as well. Friends of Veterans is a volunteer group that offers financial help for veterans facing eviction, foreclosure, utility shutoffs, or job-related vehicle issues. Payments they assist with include rent, mortgage, security deposits, utility bills, and car repairs. They can also assist veterans with PTSD in need of service dogs, and in specific cases may cover veterinarian expenses for registered service dogs. To apply for financial assistance, you'll need to include the following documents: a DD-214, a VA card showing discharge status, and VA benefits authorization. You will need a signed release of information form and an income and expense form detailing monthly income and expenses for all household members. Be sure to provide proof of income such as pay stubs, benefit letters, bank statements, or tax documents. All leases, bills, or estimates must be in the veteran's name. Explain clearly in your application why you need assistance and what efforts you're making to improve your situation without financial help. For service dog requests, to qualify for assistance, a doctor's recommendation for a service dog is required. Vet bills are only considered for registered service dogs. It's important for clients to understand the Veterans with Disabilities Act, as registered service dogs are covered under this law. Additionally, clients must have a daily care plan for the service dog and a documented backup plan in case they're unable to provide care in the future. Certain veterans and their surviving spouses can receive a property tax reduction on their property. The exemption level varies from town to town. State law mandates a minimum of $10,000 in exemption, although towns are given the option of increasing the exemption up to $40,000. The exemption reduces the appraised value of the home prior to the assessment of taxes. The following veterans are eligible for the property tax exemption: veterans receiving VA disability compensation at least 50%, veterans receiving a VA pension, veterans collecting military medical retirement pay. The surviving spouse of a veteran who had received the exemption is also eligible. The exemption only applies to homes that are owned by the veteran or survivor and is their primary residence. Veterans or survivors who rent their homes cannot pass this exemption on to their landlord. To receive the exemption, you must provide proof of eligibility to the Vermont Office of Veterans Affairs. Most veterans will have to provide proof of eligibility every year before May 1st. If you are totally and permanently disabled, you only need to provide proof of eligibility the first year you use the benefit for a home. Keep in mind that if you move to a new home in a different town, you will need to provide proof of eligibility again. We recommend that you consult your local tax assessor's office for detailed requirements regarding these exemptions. Specific disabled veterans can receive a waiver of fees for their vehicle. The exemptions are only provided to disabled veterans who have had their vehicle modified to accommodate their disability that was paid for by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Veterans who meet these criteria are exempt from vehicle sales tax, registration fees, and license fees. All other veterans are not exempt, including veterans who may be 100% disabled. For more information, contact the Vermont Department of Motor Vehicles. Veterans in Vermont have the option to display a veteran's license plate on their car, truck, or motorcycle. Verification of service is conducted by the Office of Veterans Affairs, and veterans can apply for the plate at any time, not just during vehicle registration. To apply, veterans need to provide a DD-214 as proof of service to the Office of Veterans Affairs. Additionally, veterans of Vermont can obtain a veteran designation on their driver's license. You can submit your application and supporting documents to any DMV office. Eligible veterans applying for state jobs in Vermont will have preference points added to their score on state testing. Veterans receive 5 points added to their employment test score. Disabled veterans receive 10 points. You must have an honorable discharge. To receive the additional points, you must be a veteran with a service-connected disability, the spouse of a totally disabled veteran with a service-connected disability, and an unmarried widow or widower of a veteran would also be eligible to receive the preference points. Eligible veterans can also apply for jobs that normally are available only to current state employees. Military personnel with recent experience operating military motor vehicles equivalent to commercial motor vehicles may be eligible for waivers on certain CDL tests. These waivers may substitute tests with driving records and specified driving experience. Applicants must meet the criteria, including maintaining a single license with no suspensions or revocations, and no disqualifying offenses or serious traffic violations. They must also demonstrate employment in a military position requiring commercial motor vehicle operation and show experience with vehicles representative of those they intend to drive. Vermont offers a variety of educational benefits to resident veterans and their dependents. It's important to note that state educational benefits can often be used in conjunction with the national educational benefits, such as the DEA program. If you're interested in learning more about the DEA program, check out our national benefits video. The Vermont Student Assistance Corporation is a public nonprofit agency that helps residents who want to go to college or other training after high school. They provide grants, loans, scholarship, career and educational planning, and general information about pursuing an education. Although VSAC is meant for anyone pursuing an education, they also administer a small number of private scholarships for veterans and their families. If you're considering going back to school, you should contact them to find out what assistance is available. Members of the Vermont National Guard can access tuition assistance programs to cover courses at a variety of higher education programs. These programs include admittance at Vermont State University institutions, the University of Vermont, and eligible Vermont private institutions. Tuition assistance is also available for certificate training or continuing non-degree education programs at in-state tuition rates. The program provides a loan to cover tuition after federal tuition benefits are used. To be eligible, you must be an active member of the Vermont National Guard in good standing and have completed basic training. You must be attending or planning to attend a Vermont university, college, or eligible training institution and be enrolled in a relevant program. You must demonstrate satisfactory academic progress and have exhausted all other federal institution assistant benefits. A service commitment of 2 years is required for each full academic year of the award disbursed, with variations for part-time participation in training programs. Veterans who served during World War II, the Korean War era, or the Vietnam War era can receive a high school diploma if they have never received one. You can choose to receive your diploma from any Vermont public school. You can submit an application to the Office of Veterans Affairs. Once it verifies eligibility, the application will be passed on to the appropriate high school, who will make presentation arrangements with the applicant. As a veteran in Vermont, if you are rated at 60% disabled due to a service-connected disability, you can apply for a free permanent fishing license. If you also qualify for a hunting license, you can receive a free permanent combination hunting and fishing license. If you're from a state with reciprocal privileges for Vermont veterans, you can get a free 1-year fishing license or a free 1-year combination fishing and hunting license if you would qualify for a free license as a Vermont resident. To apply, you need to submit proof of disability from the Veterans Administration, fill out the VT Sporting License application form, and provide proof of previous hunting licenses if applicable. If you're a senior or veteran, you can benefit from the Green Mountain Passport program, With this passport, you get free admission to Vermont state parks and state historic sites, excluding overnight camping and other park fees. To qualify, you must be a legal resident of Vermont and the town where you're applying. You must either be 62 years of age or older, or be a veteran with an other than dishonorable discharge who served on active duty. To receive the card, visit the town clerk's office, complete the application form, pay the $2 fee, and then you will receive your Green Mountain Pass card. Vermont has 3 medals that recognize those who served that have a connection to the state. The Vermont Veterans Medal is awarded to most veterans with an honorable discharge. The Vermont Distinguished Service Medal is awarded to veterans who received an honorable discharge and who served in a combat theater. The Patriots Medal is presented to the next of kin of Vermont soldiers killed in action. Distribution of the Veterans Medal and Distinguished Service Medal is not automatic. Veterans must apply for them or have someone apply on their behalf. If you apply, you can choose to receive the medals in the mail or to participate in an annual medal presentation ceremony at the Vermont State House, with medals delivered by the governor. The family member of deceased veterans may also receive the medals. Thank you for joining me to discuss the ancillary benefits for disabled Vermont veterans. Check the description box below for a link to the Vermont State Benefits page on our website. While you're there, take a look around to see the other resources we have available. Leave a comment on this video if you have any questions or if it was helpful, and let us know what other content would be helpful for veterans seeking benefits. Thanks, and have a good one.